Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss characteristics of modernism, and these characteristics are the main aspects, main properties of modernism through which this movement became important, significant and beneficial. So, what are these characteristics? These are 5 in number as you can see on the screen: individualism, experimentation, absurdity, symbolism and formalism. Now the detail. What is individualism? Individualism is the idea, is the aspect which is related to an individual person, whether male or female. It is not at all much concerned with society as a whole, but individually or on the part of an individual, it is all the time there to talk about or to write about an individual person. So it is more important than society, as writers were fascinated with how the individual adapted to the changing world. As we have discussed in our previous lecture that due to First World War and its destruction, the whole scenario of the world was completely changed. Some people were unable to understand what had happened with the whole world or with them exclusively, and some were really able to understand that this was the war which will generate more wars in future, and this is the technological war, and if this has created destruction, it has destroyed and devastated the whole surface of humanity, and then there is a need to recreate everything. So there were people with different responses towards destruction of world war. The way of the individual is in overcoming obstacles was interesting subject. So far as the writers of that time were concerned, every writer tried his level best to venture in presenting the individual as an interesting subject. And how it became interesting subject? It became an interesting subject that how these individuals, or every individual, is going to overcome, is going to face the obstacles of life, whether these were related to emotional setbacks, psychological problems or economical or financial issues of life. Modernist literature featured characters who just kept their heads above water. So these writers tried to present the individual's effort to reconstruction as well recreation of their society as well as the world. Society was presented as a challenge to test the integrity of characters. Every character, so far as individualism theory or individualism aspect is concerned, that was a challenge. Everybody has to face the challenge. If somebody has lost his family in World War, it was a challenge to survive all alone in this alienated universe and in this time of suffocation. So it was a challenge, and on the same grounds we can say that if an individual was suffering from some disease which made him disabled, or he became handicapped, so it was also a challenge to cope with the situation. In another ground we can say that if individuals were suffering from some psychological disturbance or psychological imbalance or emotional imbalance, so the writer presented their stories in a way just to inculcate something crucial and important in the minds of the readers, that how these individuals came out of those sufferings. We can quote the name of American writer Ernest Hemingway, who is one of the best writers of modernist writers, who presented vivid characters. And these vivid characters, individual characters, always there to accept their circumstances. So taking the responsibility, or taking the responsibility of acceptance, or only accepting the circumstances or the life, that was the one of the important aspects of individualism, which was presented through the theory of modernism or movement of modernism. Number 2 is experimentation. Sorry. Modernists broke old forms and techniques but mixed images of past with modern language and themes, creating a type of collage. So this collage, which was a mixture of past ideas as well as the modern ideas, modern language, modern themes, and techniques in art form as well as in writing. So everything was not completely wiped out from the surface of the minds of the human beings. So the things which were already present over there, so far as the past knowledge was concerned, that was rejuvenated, that was presented in the form of a reformed knowledge. Poets abandoned traditional rhyme schemes and introduced free verse. From the times of classics and before it, when there was a sort of tradition to write long narrative poems in the epic form, so there was a hard and fast rule of meter and rhyme so far as poetry was concerned. But modernist poets abandoned these traditional styles of writing poetry and they introduced a new type of poetry which was named as free verse, which was free from the traditional chains of rhyme and scheme, meter as well. The novelists defied all expectations. They did not follow all those traditions which were followed by, which were set by the old writers. Inner working of consciousness became vogue and stream of consciousness technique introduced. The new style so far as novels were concerned as well as short stories and fictional world was concerned, there was a new style introduced which was related to the psychological insight of the characters. What were the characters presenting in front of the readers and what was going on in their minds. So the readers were able to understand and read the minds of their characters which were presented by the writers. And afterwards stream of consciousness technique was introduced. This technique was that at the same time you are going to have the different aspects of past and present in the form of mixture. Sometimes flashbacks were introduced, sometimes future flash were also introduced, or images were introduced. James Joyce, Virginia Woolf, famous fiction writers for so far as experimentation was concerned. So the aspect of experimentation is also named in a way that the writers ventured in a very different way. That stream of consciousness was not at all introduced before it. So it was a new thing which was presented in the form of a new experience. So it was depending on the result of the liking or disliking by the writers and understanding of the readers as well as T.S. Eliot, Ezra Pound are well-known poets of experimental works. These poets and along with these poets, many other poets also introduced a new experimental poetry, that they didn't follow certain traditional themes in their poetry, certain traditional styles of writing poetry, and they introduced their own way. And afterwards, this modernism movement generated imagism in the poetry as well. Absurdity. World War I and II changed global scenario as English writers died or got wounded. Many English writers died or got wounded severely. Hence, world was becoming an absurd place for the writers who were alive and were witnessing all destruction. So this was an absurd thing for the writers, that many of them died, many of their family members, many of their friends, many of the people whom they were familiar to, they died in First and Second World War, but many of them were there to face all these things. So this was the absurd situation for them, that they didn't want to live but they had to live, right? This was the absurdity of their age. Capitalism was at its full swing, and this was the after feudalism, capitalism was at full swing, and it was launched in many countries of the world. Mysteriousness of life getting lost in rush of daily life, senseless violence getting more evident, and humanity lost its way. When people were going to understand the things which were presented, or behaviors, or the changes which were presented before them just because of the destructions of First World War and Second World War, and when they were unable to solve all those things, these things became just like riddles of the old times. In Greek times or Greek mythology, we have got the hint that the people were unable to understand those riddles. So these mysteriousness of life which were presented after World War I and Second, the people or the writers name this quality as a mysteriousness. So it became into a cult, and people were unable to understand this mysteriousness. Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis story, whether it's a novella, it depicts the absurdity of life. And in this novella, the hero, who is a traveling salesman, he is transformed into an insect, and it is a great example of modern absurdism. When he was transformed into an insect, although his mind was working like a man, working like a human being, but his body changed into a vermin, his body changed into an insect, and he had to live in that situation till his death. And his family, his parents, turned against him. They started hating him just because of that particular metamorphosis, particular change of his physique. Our next point is symbolism, and you people have read the symbolism movement earlier, so keep all those things and important aspects of symbolism in your mind while reading this slide. Symbolism was not a new concept, but particular use of symbols was an innovation. With the help of different symbols, ideas presented in poetry as well as in novels and dramas. Modernist writers infused objects, people, places, and events with significant meaning. So these symbols, which were presented in the form of objects, people, places, and events, these were of significant meanings. Imagined life with multiple layers, hidden meanings, or codes. Modernist writers imagined life with different meanings, with different layers, which layers of personality or layers of the mind, and these layers generated different thoughts, different ideas, which were sometimes beneficial and sometimes these were harmful. The poem as a riddle were presented in this period. Poetry became like a riddle, and modernist writers left much to the reader's imagination. Everything was not at all completely explained or given the details about all those crucial points related to the personalities of the characters. But on the contrary, modernist writers did not try to write the things with proper beginning, proper middle, proper end, but they leave especially the end for the readers. Sometimes they left some proper beginning and they started their stories from the middle. So it was a complete free hand which was given to the writers through this movement. And we can quote the examples of Ulysses, which was written by James Joyce, and it incorporates distinctive open-ended symbols in every chapter. So this novel is completely filled with different symbols for understanding the modernist cult or modern writing so far as symbolism is concerned. Next point is formalism. Literature was a craft of creativity for modernist writers or for modern writers. So they mainly paid attention to the structural purposes of a particular text form, the way a text is made, and its purely visual aspects, rather it is narrative content or its relationship to the visible world. So form is more important. What was form according to these people, according to the persons who were present before modernism? And afterwards, modern writers also got the idea that the way in which text is presented and the text is fabricated, that is called form. And further we can say the text purely visual aspects, rather its narrative content and its relationship to the visible world is called form. So form is very important. They believed that poems and novels were constructed from smaller parts instead of organic internal process that earlier generations had described. So the poems and novels must be written with the help of some form. They must be able to have the parts of organic and internal processes. Modernist desire for creativity and originality, but also included foreign ideas or foreign languages, foreign words, dense vocabulary and invented words. Although modern writers tried their level best to present everything according to their creativity and the originality, but in the same at the same time they had to borrow, they had to use many other words from other languages, other areas, and they had to use dense vocabulary and invented words from other languages as well. A.E. Cummings' poetry abandoned all structure and spread his words all across the page. So this was the poet who rebelled against all the set standards of poetry, and he tried to create the poem or his poetry according to his own structures. Now we will discuss the hallmarks of modernism. What are the main points through which modernism became a successful movement? First of all, the writers and the theorists of this movement, they influenced by Freud and Marx, and their questions were about rationality of the human mind. Both these writers, both these theorists, Sigmund Freud and Karl Marx, they questions about the rationality of the human mind. Freud, a psychologist who presented the different layers of human mind, as well as he gave us an analysis of all the psychological aspects of human personality. In the same way, Karl Marx presented the class struggle with the help of different dimensions of human personality and the aspects of that struggle in society which was going on, and what impacts which the personalities are going to have. Strong and intentional break with tradition, which includes a reaction against established religious, political and social views. As modernism is totally against, and it is a rebellious movement against all the traditional set beliefs, whether it was religion, politics, culture or any other aspect of society. So strong intentional break was given to the tradition, and the new talent, individual talent was presented, and it was appreciated by the people. Number 3 is a central preoccupation of modernists with the inner self and consciousness was also presented. So there was not at all only a surface study of human personality, but there was a depth and in the inner personality of characters. Modernist cares a little for nature, being, or the overarching structure of history. Traditionally, it was written and it was spoken and it was discussed that nature was all around there and the surroundings, and had a greater impact on the personality as well as the mentality of the characters. But modern writers did not follow that particular tradition. They didn't take nature as in a greater way. They cared little. They did not venture into the beauties of nature like romantic poets, but they rebelled against all that traditions. Unreliable narrators supplanted to the omniscient, trustworthy narrator of preceding centuries, and readers were forced to question about the basic assumptions how the novel should operate. Third person omniscient narrator was introduced as compared to the reliable narrators. So these narrators were considered to be unreliable, and reader had to identify these narrators. No absolute truth is introduced. All things were relative. There was not at all anything presented like earth is round, like sun is rising from the sun rises from the east. So these were the absolute truth. These things were not at all highlighted in modern literature. Our next point is what were the theories or the works through which the modern writers influenced. First of all, we will talk about Charles Darwin's theory of evolution and natural sciences. This theory was completely against the religious theory of the human being's birth as well as the origin of this universe. Number 2 point is Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis and revolutionizing people's thought about brain. First, traditionally people did not talk about the brain of the human beings or their characters, or because the destruction or devastation like First World War and Second World War not had happened before. So after happening this destruction, psychologists like Freud had come in front, and they had to tackle the situation of the human brain, the thoughts, the inner thoughts which were going on in the layers of the mind. They had to address all those things. Next point is Karl Marx's theory of class difference and struggle. According to him, there are two different classes, haves and have-nots. bourgeois class as well as the capitalist. And we can say further, we can say that there is a division of the human beings, rich and poor, or like as I said before, haves and have nots. And then superstructure and base. The laborers are base and the superstructure is the capitalists who are providing capital, and they are the most important persons in society as compared to the laborers who are working behind the screen. Next, we can say Nietzsche's claim that God is dead. His refusal to accept all the set standards. That was not the refusal to accept the existence of God, but he was of the view that after the World War, when the writers like him and many other writers before him who questioned about the existence of human beings, about the surroundings, about the origin of universe, and when they did not get satisfactory answers, they were considered atheist by different people of that age, or the rulers of that age. There was a break with traditional political, religious and social view, which we have discussed earlier, that the people rebelled against all set standards so far as political, religious and social grounds were concerned, and they tried to introduce different sorts of intentions and writings and ideas. There was a belief that world has created in the act of perceiving it, that is, the world is what we say it is. So this belief was introduced as an experimentation of the idea that world has created in the act of perceiving it. The world is not as it is presented. The world is only what we are going to perceive about it. What is my perception about world is that would be final for me. What is your perception about the world? That is the world for you. There is not at all any absolute truth so far as the modern writings are concerned. Modern writers not connected with past, hence alienation, loss and despair generated. When after the destruction, people had to alienate themselves from society, from people, and some had to alienate and some were naturally alienated. So this thing created alienation as well as loss of hope, as well as despair, disappointment created or generated in the society. There was a celebration of individualism and inner strength, which in previous slide related to the characteristics of modernism. I have given you the complete detail about individualism, that society was not at all important, whereas the main focus of the writers was on individualism. Unordered life, when the universe was devastated, when the whole world was devastated just because of the chaotic situation of world wars. So it looked at that time that the life was completely unordered. It was deranged. So it needed to be arranged again. It needed to be settled again. Importance of subconscious. Although the writers only talked about conscious mind, but subconscious and unconsciousness was also very important. So these were the ideas on which the modernism was generated, or on which the modernism came into being, and modernist theorists influenced by all these works and theories. This is all about for today's lecture. Thank you very much.